The trial of the owners of the Enyobeni Tavern, where at least 21 teenagers lost their lives, resumes today. Siyakhangela and Vuyokazi Ndevu are charged with selling liquor to persons under the age of 18. And now the municipality says they have contravened bylaws and their outlet may be demolished. eNCA's Ronald Masinda is following that story for us and joins me live now to give us this update. Ronald, good morning to you. Colleague, what's the very latest from court?
Good morning, Tumelo. Well, what we heard earlier in court was from the Eastern Cape Liquor Board's Pumlani Tyali, and he is one of the senior managers who handles with liquor licensing. And what he essentially said was that the onus was on Vuyokazi Ndevu, the license holder, to ensure that children under the age of 18 were not supposed to be at the premises and were not supposed to consume alcohol. Let's get some quick reaction now. We've managed to get accused number 1 and 2, Siyakhangela and Vuyokazi Ndevu. Sabulela, thank you so much for your time, Mr. and Mrs. Ndevu. Can we start off with you, sir? Just your reaction so far. We heard what happened in court. What is your reaction?
So far, everything is going according to plan. The case is still on, and I don't feel any pressure right now. I don't have, there's nothing that shows that they have a strong case against me. Still, everything is going accordingly. Until Mr. Charlie was here in court to explain the processes of a person before he is granted a license and what the person should do. And at the end, he closed by saying, it is up to the court to prove whether we did sell alcohol to the underage children. And I believe they won't find anything, because those kids did not buy even a dumpy from my place. They went to my place drunk already and having alcohol, as what Regina was saying in court, saying they were there with alcohol.
I find that very hard to believe, because from the testimony we heard from your former bouncer, when she testified, she made mention that Umamu Vuyokazi Ndevu was always against seeing children at the establishment. She agrees now with me, but it seems like you are totally against it, saying that children, if they want to drink, they are welcome.
It's a word against mine. So it's for you to decide who to believe. I will take the stand in court and I will explain everything, because that bouncer, he is also responsible for what happened there, because they were supposed to man the gate. Why did they leave the gate? Because if you want to leave the gate, you cannot leave the gate and go upstairs and party. If you want to leave the gate, you should leave the gate and go home. To say, no, you are not happy at work, you leave and go home. Why do you say you are not happy at work when you go upstairs and drink?
But in fairness, though, according to her own testimony, she said that they were pleading to you and Sisi Vuyokazi to ensure that there are more bouncers on that night. There were only 2 people to handle thousands of young people at your establishment. I want to bring in your wife into this. Buvumelana nami ukuba bu against into yabantwana bawasele pha. Umbuzo wami, unolwazi babe bekhona abantwana pha?
Analwazi ukuthi. Into endiyazi pha eNyobeni abantwana abancinci aba-under 18 abathengiselwa. Nje mhlawumbe ngezinye ngicala ndiye phaya kulate, mhlawumbe uyofuna lo nto okanye ujonga apha ekheshini izinto zirayithi na, baphendle kuthengiswa ukutya. Ndibakhuphe ifunda amaba lo bemana akekho apha, ndithi phuma abantu bazi ngana baphaya.
Kodwa uyavumelana nabo babe bekhona abantwana aba-under age belise?
Babengekho ngamina abantwana. Walo ubexoka apha kumihlali aba ukuthi wehleli no-anti wakhe, wehleli nomama wakhe, nesisa yakhe endala. Kodwa ngala mini ndingena phaya mina ndofuna imali yamasi, wayehleli nomama wakhe nosisa wakhe omdala, nefamily yakhe yonke phaa ngaphakathi. Esithi kumfuna nje only imali yesonka. Buba yebo ufuna ntona ukuthi kumfuna nje imali yesonka. Akho mntana ungenayo eNyobeni u-under 18. Ndoqhwe ndishumelele phaya endlini.
But Siyakhangela, Izolo, you are very, very angry. and that was after you were served papers from the Buffalo City Metropolitan Municipality, and this is upon threats that they will demolish your building. Have you accepted this?
As you are saying, it's a threat. It's actually a threat. There's nothing they will do that. The only thing that made me angry yesterday in court is that guy was not supposed to come here in court and serve me papers. He was here just to attract media attention, that's all.
But so eventually those court papers were going to be served because you also knew that the investigations were ongoing.
I knew the investigations were ongoing. They were supposed to be served, and I will deal with them when the time is come, when I'm ready. I'm not afraid. I will deal with them when I'm ready.
What is your current situation as a family now? Are you afraid to go to jail?
I don't think I will go to jail.
Why not, sir?
I did nothing. I've done nothing. I never sold alcohol to any underage kids. That's one thing for sure. Two, I never allowed any young kids to come into my place. Those kids are right there after 1 o'clock with quantums coming from Amalinda or somewhere to my place. When they got there, I had a sense. When they got there, there was nobody at the gate. Then they jumped inside. That's what happened.
Sisi Vuyokazi, masigqibezele ngawe ne. Kwi-testimony yanamhlanje simvile umuntu kwa-liquor board utata uPhumlani Tyali esithi uba i-responsibility bikuwe as umuntu one-license, and since 2012 since une-license yotywala buwazi imithetho. Ndicela ubuza ke ngoku sisi wam, wena akho responsibility oyithathayo kule nto?
Unyanisile bendazi imiqathango yokuthi umntana u-under 18 akangeni nayo yonke into endayicelelwa ngu-liquor board bendiyenza phaa endlini. Bendisenza sure into yokubana akho mntu ingena nesikhali, senza sure ukuthi ulwaphule mthetho nakuntoni na liquor board ebenditselele, senza sure ukuthi ayenziwe, even kwi-neatness, ukuklina kwetavern, senza sure. Kule eyenzeka ngalaa mini phaa endlini uPensdown zange bekanti ndinenxalenye ndinolwazi ngayo.
Ndicela ukuqhawula apho sisi wam, ngoba into ebalulekileyo iphume ecourt namhlanje isithi uba bumele kuba ungowona mntu omeka sure uba izinto azenzeki, from uxelela istaff sakho umuntu othengisa utywala, from uxelela abantu abagadileyo uba abantwana abaseli, not only Enyobeni but nangaphandle surrounding areas. Buzazi ezi rules?
Benzazi bhuti, bayayazi. Istaff sonke sayazi, uqala apha kubhawunsa emnyango uya kwicashier uya kumuntu oklinayo, bayayazi wonke umuntu opha endlini uyayazi bana akangeni umntana o-under 18 endlini athengiselwe.
Okay, ufuna uthatha?
Yeah, I want to jump into what you are asking my wife about. We know the rules. We know the rules exactly, but it is up to the court to prove that we have failed to abide by the rules. So far, we are innocent until proven guilty.
All right, Sabulela, thank you very much. Those were the accused number 1 and 2, Siyakhangela and Vuyokazi Ndevu. We'll be back in court on the 23rd of August.
All right, we'll leave it there, colleague, and thank you so much for this update. As we leave you now, Ronald Masinda at the back of the Enyobeni Tavern trial. The two accused, of course, speaking to Ronald Masinda there and disputing that there were no children who were sold alcohol at the establishment at Enyobeni Tavern. But we'll be back, of course, when court commences with Ronald Masinda.